Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and in high spirits. Students, today we are going to start a new unit from class 8, that is comparing quantities. Let's start. Students, 2 days back I purchased a similar pen from the market and I purchased it for rupees 75. Now see, I purchased the pen for rupees 75. That means the cost price of the pen is rupees 75. Now I like that pen very much. One of my friends came to me. He saw that pen and he said, "See, this pen is very beautiful, but I don't have time to go to market and get it." So he said, "Can you give this pen to me?" I said, "Why would I give my pen to you? I've got it for rupees 75. He said, "Okay, I will give you 100 rupees. You please give me this pen." I thought I got it for rupees 75 and he is giving me rupees 100 for this pen. I can again go to market and get this pen for rupees 75 and I'll get some extra money also. So I liked the idea and I gave that pen to my friend and he gave me rupees 100 for that pen. Now see, I sold that pen to my friend for rupees 100. That is, the selling price for the pen is rupees 100. Now see, let's find the difference between the cost price and the selling price. Now see, as selling price is higher than the cost price, so the difference will be rupees 100 minus rupees 75. And what is 100 minus 75? We know it, it is rupees 25. Now students, see, I purchased the pen for rupees 75, sold it to my friend for rupees 100 and I got extra rupees 25 from that pen. Now this rupees 25 is my gain or my profit. So this is called my profit. Now suppose there is a shopkeeper who purchased an item for rupees 1000. So students, the cost price for that item will be rupees 1000. Now that shopkeeper wanted to sell that item for rupees 2000, but he couldn't sell it as there was some defect in that item. So he had to sell that item for rupees 800 only. Now see, he bought that item for rupees 1000, but due to some defect he had to sell that item for rupees 800 only. Now let's find the difference between his cost price and his selling price. So the difference will be, as cost price is higher, so we will subtract selling price from the cost price and we get 1000 minus 800 is rupees 200. Now see, will the shopkeeper be happy? No, he won't be. Why? Because he purchased it at a higher amount and had to sell that item at a lower amount. So he was not happy because he had incurred a loss. This difference, when the shopkeeper had to sell that item at a lower price, this difference is the loss for the shopkeeper. Now students, I hope you get an idea of what is profit and loss. You will think that how is this profit and loss related to us? Students, as I gave you an example of a shopkeeper here where he had to sell an item at a lower price, mostly all the shopkeepers purchase items whatever they sell in their shops at a lower price and sell to you at a higher price. Suppose you purchase a shirt for rupees 1000, maybe the shopkeeper had purchased that shirt for rupees 600 or maybe 700, and then he had sold you for rupees 1000. So this way, suppose he had sold 100 shirts, then he would have got much higher profit. Similarly, students, all the shopkeepers, all the vendors, whether it would be sweet shops, shoe shop, clothes shop or any other shop, all the shopkeepers purchase items at lower prices and then sell those items to you at higher prices, and this way they earn profit and thus they earn their living out of that profit. Now let's see something more about profit and loss. Students, now we will study about profit percent and loss percent. First of all, let's see why do we find profit percent and loss percent. See students, suppose I purchase one item for rupees 4 and sell it for rupees 6 and another item at rupees, so this is rupees 4 and this is rupees 6, and suppose this is the cost price here and this is the selling price here. CP means cost price and SP means selling price. And suppose there is another item that I purchase for rupees 20 and sell it for rupees 28. Now what do you think? Out of these two, in which I have got a higher profit? If I purchase an item for rupees 4 and sell it at rupees 6, or if I purchase an item for rupees 20 and sell it at rupees 28. Now this is quite confusing. Why confusing? Because here you might think that the difference is only rupees 2, whereas here the difference is rupees 8. So everybody might think that here we get more profit, but it's not like that. Let's find out. To solve these kind of problems or say confusions, we use the formulae for profit percent as well as the loss percent as the case may be. See, profit percent, we write it like this, is calculated as profit upon cost price multiplied by 100%, or say in the formulae we write 100. Now see, here we purchased the item for rupees 4 and sold it for rupees 6. So what is the profit? Profit is the difference of selling price and cost price, that is rupees 6 minus 4, and 6 minus 4 is rupees 2. So profit is rupees 2 divided by the cost price. Cost price was 4 multiplied by 100. Now see, 4 times 25 is 100. So 100 divided by 4 is 25, and 25 times 2 is 50. So that means our profit percent is 50% here. Similarly, if we see here, profit percent is profit upon CP multiplied by 100. Now profit is selling price minus cost price, that is 28 minus 20, that is 8 divided by cost price. Cost price is 20 multiplied by 100. As you see, 20 times 5 is 100 and 8 times 5 is 40. So our profit percent is 40%. Now students, see here, that is purchasing an item for rupees 4 and selling it at rupees 6, we get the profit of 50%, and here we got the profit of 40%, where we were imagining that the difference is higher, so it should be more here, but it's not like that. The profit percent was more here. So that is why we use profit percent and loss percent formulae to avoid this confusion. Students, just think, how did we avoid the confusion? By finding profit percent. Now what is profit percent? That is profit per cent. Cent means 100, that is profit per 100. So in both the cases we found their profit per rupees 100, and we find out here the profit was rupees 50 per 100, 50%, and here the profit was 40%, that is 40 per 100. So clearly rupees 50 per 100, that is 50%, was more than 40%. Similarly, let's find out the formula for loss percent. See, let us suppose there is a shopkeeper who purchased an item for say rupees 1200, and due to some defect or maybe some other reason he had to sell that item for rupees 800, which is at a lesser price than the cost price. Now his loss percent will be, the formula is loss divided by CP, that is cost price, multiplied by 100%. See, what is the loss? Loss is the difference between the CP and the SP, that is 1200 minus 800, the difference is 400. So loss is 400 divided by cost price, which was 1200, multiplied by 100. Now see, 10 cancels with this 10, 10 cancels with this 10, 4 times 3 is 12. So this cancels, we are left with 100 divided by 3%, that is 33.3% approximately. So see students, this way we find out the loss percent. This is the formula for loss percent, loss upon CP multiplied by 100%. I hope now you are clear with profit and loss percent. Now let's study another aspect of comparing quantities. Students, now we will study about compound interest with the help of one story. Gaurav and Sahil were two friends. One day they both decided to deposit some money in banks. Now Gaurav deposited rupees 10,000 in a bank, and this amount that we deposit in a bank is called principal, that is P. He deposited this money in the bank at a rate R, that is say 5% per annum, and for a time of 2 years in the bank. Now Gaurav deposited this money and the bank gave him simple interest, and the formula for simple interest you have already studied. Simple interest is principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time divided by 100. Let's find out how much simple interest Gaurav got from the bank after 2 years. Say principal is 10,000 multiplied by rate is 5% and time is 2 years divided by 100. Now let's solve it. 10 cancels with 10 and 10 cancels with this 0. That is 10,000 divided by 100 is 100. So 5 times 2 is 10. 10 times 100 is 1000. That is after 2 years Gaurav got rupees 1000 as simple interest. So how much amount did he get after 2 years? he got his principal amount back, that is rupees 10,000, plus the simple interest, that is rupees 1,000. So the amount that he got back after 2 years was 10,000 plus 1,000, that is rupees 11,000. Now Gaurav had deposited the amount in a bank and that bank gave him simple interest and he got rupees 11,000 at the end of 2 years. Now let's see what Sahil did. Sahil also deposited rupees 10,000. So his principal P will be rupees 10,000. The rate of interest R was the same, that is 5% per annum. Per annum means per year. Interest is also calculated half yearly and quarterly, that is 2 times a year or 4 times a year. And time T, again it was 2 years, but this bank, that is Sahil's bank, gave him interest compoundedly, that is the interest was compounded every year. Now let's see what difference does it make. First we take the first year and the simple interest for first year would be 10,000 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 1 divided by 100. So that is 0 cancels with 0 and 0 cancels with 0, and the simple interest for first year will be 5 multiplied by 100, that is rupees 500. Now after 1 year this interest was added to Sahil's principal amount, that is rupees 10,000, and his principal for second year became rupees 10,000 plus this rupees 500 plus rupees 500, that is rupees 10,000 and 500. Now his rate was 5% again and time was 1 year. So let's find the interest for second year. For second year, which is principal, that is 10,500 multiplied by rate, that is 5% multiplied by 1. 1 means 1 year, that is the second year, divided by 100. Now 0 cancels with 0, 0 cancels with 0. We are left with 105 multiplied by 5. 5 times 5 is 25 and 5 times 1 is 5. So we get 525 as the interest for second year. Now what will be the total amount? The principal for the second year 10,500 plus the interest for the second year, that is 525, and we got this is 25, 5 plus 5 is 10, 1, 10 plus 1 is 1. 11,025. Now students, see the difference. Gaurav's bank gave him simple interest and he got rupees 11,000 after 2 years. Sahil also deposited the same amount, same rate, same time, but his interest was calculated compoundedly, that is compounded every year, and he got 11,025 rupees, that is he got 25 rupees extra. See students, the amount was only 10,000. Suppose this amount was in crores, then this difference between Sahil's amount and Gaurav's amount would be much more. So that is the advantage of compound interest. Now students, let's learn how can we find out compound interest with the help of a formula. If the interest is compounded yearly, then the formula for amount is principal into 1 plus rate, that is R, upon 100 raised to power T. Here I hope you understand, P means principal, that is the amount that was deposited or given in the beginning, R is rate of interest, and T is time. Now suppose Ravi deposited say rupees 5,000 in a bank at a rate of say 10% per annum, and the time T is 2 years. Now we have to find the compound interest or say the amount for this deposit. The formula for amount is P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power T. So P is 5,000 into 1 plus R. R was 10% upon 100 raised to power T, that is 2. Now see, 5,000 into 0 cancels with 0. Here is no denominator, so the LCM of 1 and 10 is 10. 10 divided by 1 is 10 times 1 is 10 plus 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 into 1 is 1 raised to power 2. So we get 5,000 into 10 plus 1 is 11 upon 10 raised to power 2. We can calculate it. We have 5,000 multiplied by 11 upon 10 raised to power 2, that is 11 upon 10 multiplied by 11 upon 10. See, 1 0 cancels with 1 0, 1 0 cancels with 1 0. We have 50 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 11. Now 11 times 11 is 121. We multiply it with 50. First we multiplied with 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 12 is 60. So 0 was here, we put the 0 at the end, and we got the product, that is 6050. So that means the amount is rupees 6050. That is, the person will get rupees 6050 after 2 years for an initial deposit of rupees 5,000. Now suppose we have to find out the compound interest. What we will do? Compound interest, we can subtract the principal, that is 5,000, from this amount. So compound interest is amount minus principal, that is 6050 minus 5,000, that is rupees 1,050. This is the compound interest. So this way, students, with the help of this formula for amount, in case of compound interest, we can first find the amount, and then subtracting principal from this amount, we can find the compound interest. I hope you are clear with the topic of compound interest. So students, today in this video, we studied about profit, loss, profit percent, loss percent, and compound interest. I'm sure that you can also do these kind of calculations in your daily life as and when required. In our next video, we will study something more about comparing quantities. Till then, bye-bye.